Alright, so you tell me what to do, and then we will talk about it after. I'll
Okay.
check Ionia for you. It is gold Ionia, and if Void
Okay.
shows up, I'll check that for you as well.
I would have
Oh.
preferred you in cuffs.
Okay, what do you like me to do?
Check the void.
Nucleus
That's okay.
West, or yeah?
That's okay. I would put I would put the Vi in. Oh, that was a bad idea. Um, I guess EMP for now. I think that was my mistake. I would buy the J4, sell the Ash, buy the Sona and Anivia.
The Freljord awakens.
Uh, I would get the Alawi pairs, sell what's her name? No, Briar.
You are a foul creation,
Um,
born from
yep.
ignorance.
Uh, I don't know. It depends on what items I get here, but if it's not worth it, I'm gonna sell the Leona and make gold. It's probably Leona and Hogma and Anivia. Yep. I would buy the
Glad you have
Caitlyn.
my back, Vi. Let's keep the chaos to a minimum,
Oh,
shall we?
one
High
item.
five, Cupcake.
Um, it's not two. I would like items, so it's not two. It's not really one. That's defender. Um,
You want me to flip one?
can you? Oh no,
Or
it's not three. I think
okay,
it's either one or three. Can I see the board one more time? I think I would choose Gold Destiny.
okay.
The waves will drag you down.
Work the weight allowed.
To shore.
Oh, I would put TF in, and oh well, that doesn't really do anything. Probably buy the Viego and put that in instead of Caitlyn.
And anything else?
I would sell to make money, so I would probably sell the Sona and the J4.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Um,
Caitlyn and Sion.
The heart of Piltover is its
Would throw
people.
Caitlyn over TF and then Sion over yep.
okay, and then do you have any plan, or how'd you go about this? Like, whether you want to look for a carousel and any particular line you want to play? It's kind of hard to tell, but
It's kind of hard to tell. It really would just depend what I can get on the carousel, so I would it would really depend, I think.
do you have any
So
lines
I'm
and
pretty open.
possible lines in mind?
Is that a rocket in the
And
car?
I'm just gonna
Um
end it here since not much else going
yeah,
on, but you
no,
can
that's
just
fine.
go to look at the recording. But I would like you to tell me what you think the possible lines are from here.
I
Because
think
yeah, one.
oh sorry. I'm just trying to evaluate because like I given that I'm gonna get Alawies, I could play into a Slayer comp, but that would just depend on the items. Um, it's probably Slayer. It could be some form of um what is it? Uh, LeBlanc, like
Mm-hmm.
Invoker LeBlanc. But I don't have the items to unlock her early, but I could definitely try to win streak to mitigate that. Given that I have like 2 cost early and like quite a bit of gold. Um, those are kind of the two things I'm looking at right now.
Okay, sure, those make sense to me. Yeah, we can start from the beginning. This one was kind of hard because you haven't gold. Do you know how the like loot drop system kind of works?
I was trying to study the tables before. I know. What is it? I understand that it gives you usually on average 6 gold.
Yep.
Um, but this is a different case that I did not. I don't remember.
Okay, so I don't know about it is not 100%, but um I think how it works is there are different kinds of like fully coded openers, so like 3 item opener, 4 item, 5 item, right? Like
Hmm.
components, I mean. So the most common one is 3 components and 6 gold, right? And the 6 gold comes in forms of 2 costs or like pretty much like 3 gray orbs or a blue orb, right? Um,
Yes.
and sometimes in those 3, 4, or 5 item openers, the one component gets converted into 6 gold, like we see here. So now we know we're in a gold opener. What we know from this is like so that you're prepared to see the units is that say so because we just got a gray orb that has 2 gold, we know we're gonna get 2 more
Hmm.
of these. They always have to add up to 6, right? So
Hmm.
now we get this blue orb that gives us 6 on its own, so it's its own like 6, right? So we still have 4 gold coming to us later, which is important to know because like you need to like beware of like the bench space for that. For example, if you bought like 2 units here and fielded one, you could get jumped to like 2 gray orbs, and that would actually be like too much for your bench space. So sometimes you might actually have to sell early if you like preemptively to like get bench
Hmm.
space. If you like for example, Ash, I think in this meta right now, like almost never gets played in any opener. So I might just sell Ash early to clear up some bench space. Um,
Okay.
anyway, yeah, I agree here. You probably don't like you can put in built like to check what your modules are, but maybe don't choose one yet. So probably just put in something
Yep.
else. Maybe like a Nico. Uh,
Yep.
yeah, I think when you do have a lot of units, try to think of like, are there any units that I'm really unlikely to play? It might make it easier for yourself. While it is going to be flexible, sometimes you might get too many units, it
Yeah.
could be hard. So anyway, so here this is pretty much what I was saying. Like we get what do we get here? We got
Give Leon a J4.
yeah, so we got Leona. So this is another 6 gold orb, but this one is 3 gold and a Leona. It could have been a Leona and a 3 cost unit. Like this recode could have been a unit, and then we get a gray orb that is a 2 cost, which also could have been 2 1 costs, right? So there was a possibility that we actually would have like lost a unit to the bench. Um, yeah,
Oh, if it was full.
yeah, okay,
Hmm.
and um, if we're keeping count, um, we've only seen 2 gray orbs, so we're actually gonna see one more gray orb that can contain either 2 1 costs or a 2 cost or 2 gold.
Hmm.
So with that in mind, because like the most important thing that can come out of that is 1 cost. You do need to clear bench space for that. Um, yeah. So like I would be trying to figure out how to clear 2 spots on my bench if I could here.
Okay.
Um, and it's hard. So and okay, notice that you haven't gotten any components, right? That means that
Hmm.
um we're not gonna get dropped 3 components at once here.
Yep.
So um I think at most we get one here. And maybe we can get 2, I'm not sure, but I don't think can get dropped 3 at once here. If there was like 3 components, we would have gotten one earlier. So TF can't unlock anything. I mean, we pretty much cannot do any unlocks, right?
Hmm.
So knowing that we can't do any unlocks, I'd say TF value goes down. I'd be willing to sell TF.
Hmm.
Um, if I were Cog pair or any other void, I'd be willing to sell Cogma. Um, without any like yeah, willing to Blitzcrank and like see so like the interesting thing here is like we pretty much only pairs are Caitlyn and Alawi. And outside of that are like higher quality units, like just the higher cost units are via Nico and Leona, right?
Hmm.
So the way this board is heading is like if you want to play a decent board early, it might be you have to play around the 2 costs or the Leona. Um, or because your units like don't work together so much that you might just consider like making econ and then maybe just playing a more lost street strategy, right? Like these is kind of openers
Mm.
where it's like, oh, my units don't go together that much, so may have to lost street. But anyway, I would get rid of the units that like are harder to play around. So like TF is hard to play around because we can't unlock graves. Kog'Maw you have no
Yep.
void. To play with Kog'Maw, we probably want Kog'Maw 2 plus a Cho'Gath, so that's kind of hard. Caitlyn's more playable because you have the Vi and the Nico already, so we can keep that. I guess you can keep Kog'Maw to play with the Caitlyn. So maybe that's the reason to keep Kog'Maw. It would be Arcanist for the Nico. I guess I missed that one.
Arcanist Defender.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't played that one in a while, so that'll probably be good to play. So, um, yeah, maybe drop the TF and the Briar then. And I would keep one of the invokers because I mean, just because we're in a high gold opener, right? The value of econ augments goes down. So we're probably looking for an item augment, in general. Like we'll be
Yeah.
relatively stronger than everyone else if we can take an item augment, right? And if we get
Hmm.
an item augment, we'll probably be able to unlock Oriana. Um, let's play around the invokers if you want. I guess in the same vein, you could unlock Graves, but I think Bilgewater is weaker anyway, so I probably wouldn't be that interested in unlocking Graves. Um,
Yep.
and I think Leona you can keep if you have space, because if you think like, I mean, she is stronger than um, any 1-star like Nika or Vi, probably as strong as like a 2-star Darvin or Leona or Alawi, depending on you have that trait.
Hmm.
So you could keep her if you want to play a strong border but I understand selling her. But I definitely probably sell the TF and the Briar here. Anyway, I don't know that it's really hard. But does that make
That it
sense?
was just a lot of units all at once.
Yeah. So yeah, here definitely want to clear up a space, but you didn't tell me to, so I didn't. But,
Hmm.
yeah, it is good to make 10 here though, in some way or another. And then yeah, here, I agree.
Yeah, I was really thinking of taking Unsealed from Steel because it was the only item augment that I could have taken. Cooking
Yep.
Pot was okay. Um, just I didn't really have anything to think about with Cooking Pot.
Yeah,
And Spirit of Redemption was also the
I don't
next
think
thing I was
Cooking
gonna
Pot is
take.
very good here. So,
Yeah.
actually,
But
like I like Spirit of Redemption. I mean, Visage is the best tank item. Spirit of Redemption is a really strong, is like one of the stronger like
okay.
item augments in my opinion. It is a
Hmm.
little like not as good here because we don't have a great tank. I think if you had Leona, Spirit of Redemption would like feel a lot better.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I like that more than the random gold destiny probably because I already know we have a bunch of gold, so I mostly just want to get an item. But now we're here, and yeah, so this is a pretty open spot. I mean, pretty much what you would need to do here is just scout around to see what other people are playing. You said your main lines are Invokers and Slayers, which I think makes sense to me. I don't think the other lines play Bruisers that much. We can't really get into Bilge, so I mean, I would think about Spirit of Redemption to get into Bilge if you thought that was like one of your only options, right? It's like not one of the best, but we still have the TF, so we could take it if we wanted to. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I think
That's kind of the reason why I was like, do I want to unlock Bilge? It'll feel kind of bad losing, but I could do it into two, right?
yeah,
Um,
I mean, I think it's fine.
that's
I
why.
think if you took Spirit of Redemption here and then unlock Bilge, like your spot should be fine. And
Yeah,
the idea is like relatively, you should be stronger than other people because you're the only person that has an item, unless someone else took an item augment also, right?
that's
That's why
true.
you really want to take augments like this and then like in an over like this where no one else has items to make. So
Okay.
yeah. I was gonna say, oh yeah. So yeah, with the Worthway Alawi, Bruisers, I think Slayers would be okay. I don't think you get that much value out of the Alawi because it's like a full frontline comp, and she can't really tank for your Slayers like that much. They will still be taking slash damage and AoE and stuff. Do you think like the Invoker's line is good because Alawi 3 will be able to help you unlock Volibear? So
Yep.
yeah, maybe lean towards that. And off the carousel, I mean, you probably just take whatever tank item makes it comes out of chain. Maybe take a Sunfire because that helps you kill things early. But yeah, just some item for Alawi probably. And then yeah, you can just see what drops out of the Krugs and go from there. Cool. Yeah, I think the main takeaway from this is try to value higher the item augments in like high econ scenarios. Like not just the super gold
Hmm.
openers, but like gold sub, loot sub when it drops you a bunch of gold. Um, yeah. Okay. Any questions? Or we can go again.
Oh, we can go again.
Okay. Okay, XP Ionia. No
Ooh.
portal.
Quiet,
Hmm.
please.
I just buy everything.
Okay.
I would buy all 5 just so I have
The
extra
heart
options.
of Piltover is its people.
Yeah,
Okay,
throw in Caitlyn.
Yeah, I usually, I mean, I wait a bit
Oh,
sometimes
hold
in
on.
case like I don't, in case you just come out, but it's fine to buy them all.
Okay.
Quiet, please.
Okay.
I would check. I would check Void real quick.
Okay.
I would sell that, and I would buy the Yasuo, and then I would put
Scurry back to your
Yasuo Shannon,
shadows, ninja.
instead of Caitlyn. Actually, I would put Caitlyn over Sona. I would sell. I would wait if no units come out. I would sell Blitz for Kate. Blitz for Kate.
Already dead. You just haven't caught up yet.
Oh. Roll 3. Roll 2. Roll 1. I'd pick 3. I would put Shen over. Yeah, that's correct. And then I would. What is that called? Yes. It's cloak. It's cloak tier Scion, and then armor Scion.
Anything else?
Uh,
You need to make 10?
yes, make 10. Apologies, I was like debating if I needed to buy anything. Yeah, make 10. So,
Get back.
Shen, LeBlanc.
It must be done.
I would item remover first, the Scion. Put that on. Oh, I can. Yeah, I would buy the Alawi,
The sea is ripe
and
for
then
battle.
I don't think I can make that, right?
It does on 3.
Oh, I can. Very nice. I would put. Oh, it does on 3. Yeah, I would do
Yeah,
that.
you play all 3 of
I
them.
think that's. Yeah, I would do that for the extra money. I would buy the. I would buy the other Kate just in
You're
case.
already
Yeah.
dead. You just haven't caught up yet.
Okay, and then
Uh,
here you're playing some
Get
Invoker
3
Bruiser
gold.
line.
Yep. Get the Scion.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. We can stop here.
Clear direction. Yep.
Okay. Um, well, that one's very simple one, I think. Um, yeah, I think so. Here, one consideration is you can think about if you want to unlock Oriana this round or not. Oh, oops. Wait, why is it? Oh, sorry, my mouse is stuck. Everything's like acting up. One sec.
All good. Six.
Okay, yeah. So here you can unlock Oriana if you want, or you can wait. Uh, it would be like a Invoker opener if you want. I think Oriana is really good right now, so usually think about
Yeah.
unlocking Oriana to play AP. And then, okay, so here, just running through how you decided to flip these.
Oh. Um. I'm. I don't think Stoneblade. I have all right items to start. Not that I may win or lose, but I don't think Stoneblade will win me a fight.
Okay.
Given my board. Hustler's okay, but I don't know if I really need the money right now. Plus I no longer gain interest. I could use that to tempo. Um, but I don't know how. I don't think my board would be that strong. Again, I don't know what I'm getting next round, right? Or I don't know what I'm getting in the shop. So that's why I choose 3-2. Um, Trade sector's okay if I wanted to do a real comp, but um, no direction as to what kind of real comp I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I valued that either. Um, and then I feel like Heavy's the Crown is good for if I want to streak, but I don't think I can because I don't really have damage. Spoils of War, same scenario. So lifting competition was the only choice I had. Plus I am very familiar with the line
Okay.
um that I can convert it into.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, those channeling makes sense. I agree. Looking at our board, it's just weak. It is far from being strong. You need to hit. I mean, I guess the closest way it can become strong is probably you hit Caitlyn 2 and like a Vi, and then you can play around Sejuani and Vi. Like Sejuani is something your best tank right now, and our only other tank is Shen, but we only have one Shen, so our chance of hitting Shen 2 is like low.
Mm-hmm.
So probably if you like your best chance of being strong is playing around Defender, and otherwise don't have much else going for us. Could hit Vigo too, but don't have much else. Yeah. So because of that, I agree solo play isn't great because our board's not strong. Hustler is not great because we don't have the tempo to streak. For trade sector, do you think it's only good for real comps?
No. Um, it you get gold and you can like I guess streak your way through. I mean, you can hold it until like you're ready to fully like send it down. Um, so I don't think it's only good for reroll comps. I just think I valued the bruiser line more because I got units out of it.
Uh huh.
Units that I know. Yeah. Plus the bonuses that I think I could hit.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like so just so you're aware, like when we're taking this, because of Shen and Sion, we can't hit the bonus right now, right? I
Right.
know you're gonna unlock the thing, but in order for us to hit the bonus, we pretty much had to hit exactly Shen Alawi in a shop to play on level 3. If we don't hit that,
Hmm.
we don't unlock the bonus until we upgrade one of these and hit third bruiser, right?
Yep.
So I would say we're not getting the bonus immediately, which could be a concern. I'm waiting on that. But and also it's kind of like let's assume that we don't hit the Shen for a couple of rounds. We unlock the LeBlanc, play LeBlanc on his board. We just have like full 1-star board, right? It's like
Hmm.
I think a level play the Briar for 1-stars. I would say the spot is like not great. It's just like okay, and we're really hoping to hit the Shen soon so we can actually get the things going. Um, my point about this is just like see on the R21 we see like a Jarvan pair shop. Like um, I think lifting competition, you can say it's good and that gives you direction and a line that you can play, but also it means it locks you into that line, and now you're only allowed to buy bruisers and uh, invokers, right? Um,
Right.
Trade sector is I consider a pretty flexible econ augment. You can reuse rolls whenever you want. You can use them early when you have pairs. Then you save up the rolls
Hmm.
for later. It's not like you have to
Hmm.
save up all the rolls to roll at one time, right?
Hmm.
Often I'll take trade sector and just like if I have some pairs or I just want to roll for a board, I would just use rolls on stage 2 until use the free rolls if I think it's efficient to roll. So for example, here, if we have like if we took trade sector, like Jarvan pair, Xin Zhao, uh, Caitlyn pair, Viego pair. This is a pretty efficient roll, right? You have 3 pairs that you can hit. If you hit Jarvan, you can just go straight into Demacia. If you hit Caitlyn, like you hit Caitlyn and Jarvan, you can maybe just play around the defenders and play into some Piltover Invoker stuff. If you hit Viego, you can play into Shadow Isles. You know, Trade Sector pretty much just lets you like accelerate seeing your next shops so you can find what to play around. And that it gives you the flexibility. Of course, it doesn't give you, but then you have to kind of figure out the direction based on using the rolls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like in my opinion, Trade Sector is like never bad to take, because you can use it flexibly. While lifting competition like could be bad if you don't find the bruisers like as much. Like I feel like a good lifting competition spot would be if you already had like Shen pair or
A
Alawi
pair.
pair or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because you don't, then it could be like low risky in that way. Trade sector carries a lot
Okay.
less risk because you can even out your distribution by you're willing to pick up more units. So yeah, that's probably why I take trade sector. But after you pick a lifting competition, I mean, agree with making the adaptive, getting the LeBlanc, unlocking the thing, then we're kind of on our way. So yeah. You have any questions about that?
I know. I think the running thing also is that you mentioned if we itemized Caitlyn earlier, I could have unlocked her, and you're absolutely right. I was just like debating if the answer was gargoyles and tier, or if it was adaptive and tier, and
Oh yeah,
I think
so
adaptive tier is better.
yeah, I think
Because
adaptive
at
and
least
tiers is pretty
I can go
flexible.
for a belt. I think yeah, adaptive tier is flexible because I can go into the invoker, right? So either or.
Yeah, you can do any APL level adaptive. It is like, do you want? Sometimes the question is, do you want to commit to it, or not in your early game? Because say, imagine there's like an augment that you can hit that might change your mind. I don't know what that'd be. Like maybe you hit like the Triforce augment and you want to play Slayers or something. Um,
That's true.
or you hit like I don't know. Like maybe it makes it hard to take emblem augments, because maybe you'll get like Ionia or something and you go to cloak. So there's a
Hmm.
trade-off to doing the early unlock, but the reward is that if you don't have an opening board to play around, which here I'd say we don't have as much, then Oriana can actually improve what we have by a lot. Like I think if we unlock Oriana here, then we could just play like some Oriana Sona plus a defender for our Sejuani, which oh you like oh won't you look at that? We get Jarvan that we can play with Sejuani, and then we have Invoker backline, and we actually have like a real backline to play around, right? So that'd
Hmm.
be a reason to want to unlock it early. Um, yeah. It's kind of hard though because you have to do it right when you see the items come out and trying to make the best item you can. Sometimes the item is like pretty clear to make, sometimes it's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We need one. We keep going. It's Gwen Scissors. XP Ionia. Yeah, I'll just say now, because it's Gwen Scissors, we really don't have to be that afraid of using our items for unlocks early, because we can always undo them later.
Absolutely.
I would have preferred you in castle.
Um, Caitlyn Shen.
Enforced equilibrium.
I would throw in the double Caitlyn.
You get 2 gold here. What do you want to buy?
It's a Nivea
Oh.
Briar. Oh well. It's probably Briar. Sell Nivea for Briar if I can.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's okay.
We didn't just go back. It's fine. Yeah, what do you like to do here?
All right. I would put the Nico in. By Sona.
A symphony of justice.
Depending on the item here, if it leans 80 heavy, I would probably sell the 2 invokers for Aphelios. Oh,
I would have preferred
I'll
you
sell the
in
2 invokers for
cuffs.
Aphelios. Yeah. Oh,
I will not tolerate lawlessness.
yeah. It's not 2. It's not 1. It's not 3. Oh. It's probably 1.
Welcome to Zion.
Oh. What's my void? Oh. I would throw. I would sell the Sona and the Aphelios. I would put Echo in instead of Kog'Maw. Oh, keep the Nico in.
Sorry, we can just
Oh.
talk about it. It's fine.
No, that's,
And then
that's fine.
would you
No,
make
no, no,
anything?
the Titanic. It would probably be an
I
Echo
would have
reroll game
preferred you in cuffs.
Okay. Cool. All right.
or a Warwick game.
Yeah, could
But
be either.
yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, I think this is interesting. So, do you like Caitlyn 2 opener? Like, what do you usually play, or do you play around it, and what
No,
do you do?
I usually put the Shen and the Jin in instead of Kate.
Okay,
That's what that's what I usually do.
sure. Yeah, I think what I see right now is I see a Nivea pair, and Caitlyn equals or one Oriana, so I see a Nivea pair and an Oriana, and we have Jin Shen, right? And then we have this.
Oh.
So, and that's what I would think about because I've been liking playing around the Oriana stuff a lot, and also
Mhm,
Nivea is also a better opener. And
mhm,
then anyway, so that's why I'd probably want to save one Caitlyn, but I wouldn't mind not holding the other. That's probably fine to have a Caitlyn too though. And then okay, so this comes out, and then we have pretty much have to make a decision: do we want to lean the AD units or the the AP unit? There's 3 different openers right here, right? There's Pilt Invoker, there's Slayer Juggernaut, and there's Ionia. Okay.
yes.
And then we get bow. Okay, so bow sword I think can play into any of these lines.
Mm.
I'd say the one that we have the least of is Ionia. Like you agree, right? For the 2 other openers we have pairs, and then we have
Mhm,
pair, Kiana pair. So I would not really want to part with my enemy pair, so I'll probably do something else. I probably sell the Ionians for this, and then maybe have fielded Anivia over a Kate, maybe kept one Kate. I think, and yeah, my ideal world. I mean, this one's hard because we have like the minimum gold, but I would have like Anivia pair in the field, um, Caitlyn on the bench, and keep one Caitlyn, and then buy the Slayer Juggernaut over the Ionians. Yeah.
I agree with
And
that.
cool. Anyway, here, imagine if we did have a Nivea pair with the Nico, it synergizes really well, so I would definitely be looking to unlock Oriana for that. Otherwise, we have, say, imagine we still have the, the Briar and the Blitz. I think that's good to keep around. So, yeah, not much changes here. We just get to hold one extra unit, which I guess we can hold Sona. And
Yep.
yeah. Okay, so regardless of that, let's just say that we did unlock Oriana, and we have the Slayer pairs. We can both play around either. Maybe I send like GS chain or something, or I guess you can say you don't want to unlock Oriana yet because you have the Kiana pair. Up to you.
Yeah.
On here, yeah, I agree with flipping Wild Grove. I don't like Clear Mind either because we have a bunch of pairs. don't like Thorn Blade because we don't have an upgraded tank. And it is Gwen Scissors, so item augments do go down in value. I think Unsealed from Steel could be considered if you want to kind of just flip towards Slayers. It's like a riskier play because if you don't hit the Kiana 2 is bad, but if you do hit Kiana 2, then it's really good. So I'm okay with defaulting 2-trick because we know we'll have items from the Galaxy, and then it'll give us an upgrade war to play around. And then
Yep.
on here, yeah, check the Void. Don't have Void anyway, so it's fine. Definitely need to play the Echo. I'm willing to just level for the Echo and then call it a day on that. And yeah, I think Titan's Sword leaves you open to Warwick and Echo. I agree. You probably just scout and see if anyone's playing either, and also see how good your tempo is, like how much you win. And maybe on the 3-2, if you get like depending on your augment, you can see if you want to play Echo or Warwick, right? But yeah, I think line recognition wise, that's fine. It's probably like the early holds that change a bit, but the 2-trick kind of just gave us what we should play. So, yeah. Cool. Any questions?
No question. I think I just need to be a little bit more flexible with my thinking.
Yeah, I mean it's like a preference thing, like so because I know like the other person I've done this with, like they really like Ionia also, so they would definitely hold like these one like just single Ionian unit sometimes, and then it would prevent them from holding other pairs, right? But the idea is like trying to figure out which good opener you're the closest to, if you think the opener is good. So if I think Invoker opener and Slayer openers are both good, then I'm willing to hold the pairs for those, right?
Yeah.
But if I thought they were really bad and that Ionia was a lot better, then I'd have a harder time parting with these. But I don't think that's the case right now, because I think this patch is like recently balanced. So
Yeah, I've just recently started playing Invoker a lot, so I think I just need to prefer like, my preferences.
yeah,
Hello,
Yeah.
world. I'm
okay,
Seraphine.
Briz party, and it's XP Ionia.
I win.
Uh, I'll get the Briar Pair.
Hands off my meal.
Field. I'll buy the Shen. Um, Honestly, I'm okay selling the TF for Caitlyn and Viego if no other units drop.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an item. Okay, sell.
You'll have my back, Vi.
Yep.
Let's keep the chaos to a
I
minimum,
would
shall we?
put in
Cupcake.
the Vi. Buy the Briar. Buy the Alawi. And I would put in Caitlyn. Oh no. I would put in Vigo. Almost got me there. I might make a Sunfire into
Nope.
yeah,
Oh,
into here on Vi, but yeah,
Okay,
it's
sure.
a little bit late. Oh. Not 3. Not 2. Can I see my board again? Okay, go back. Probably 1. Yeah, here, I just assume I unlock Ori, but I can unlock Ori now.
You want to unlock Ori here?
Yep. Just Sunfire Cape into tier.
Bow your head or lose it.
Time for a Vandal City.
And then what are we doing from here?
Another
You doing?
Hi.
Actually, oh,
This is very exciting.
I think this could have just been a Slayer line.
Could've.
Yeah, I think I'd buy the double Shen.
It must be done.
Recant my Ori. I'd replace Shen over Vi. No, I wouldn't do the Ori.
Or you would not?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, because I could. Um, but I think I would sell the Vi and then itemize. I would slam a Hodge on
Those who find
Yeah,
Ishtal do
it's
not
fine.
live to speak of it.
It's a little bit confusing. Um,
That's fine. Yeah, let's talk about this one. I think this one was a good one to talk about.
yeah, I don't know. I looked at the items and I was like, man, I could have probably just gotten the s- the like a Slayer line just because I already have the Hodge and I have a Sunfire.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the Ori like unlocking the Ori seemed a little bit compulsive just because I could just doesn't mean I have to.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, um, so we know that it was Priz Party. So, I'll go through this first. Yeah, I'm fine with selling the TF. Could also make an argument to sell the Teemo because you hit Vigo too and you want the TF. Both of them are pretty hard to play around, so. I think something that you're allowed to do here is you can just put in the two pilts and then take it out, and it does not force you to pick one. So if you just want to have information on what your pilt is, you can do that. Otherwise, yeah, plan on making the Briar. And you do have Tristana pair, so you could try to play around Hyrule Tristana too if you want. I think at this point, because we have the Briar 2, we're probably not going to need to play around Viego, right?
yeah,
And I would think any Piltover line you're playing around probably involves Oriana, so you don't necessarily need Caitlyn either.
right. Because we have Vi already.
Yeah. So what you could do is, I think the bruisers are important to buy. Just make some frontline because our best, strongest unit right now is Briar. What you could do is buy the Briar, buy the Alawi, sell Viego, Caitlyn, Teemo, and buy both the Tristanas on the off chance you hit Tristana too. That'd be like a high roll opener, but because we don't really lose anything for it, we could do that. Like we can afford to do that,
Hmm.
right? Because we don't
Hmm.
really need these units that much, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, your most likely opener is going to be Briar and the Bruisers, or you can unlock Oriana, but we don't really have the vendor for that. Yeah, and so knowing that it's Priz party, like prismatic 2-1 augments are like way more influential. Like it's not like hitting trade sector that you can just like, oh, I'll just play whatever line, right? Like a lot of times prismatic augments decide kind of what line you should play. And
mhm,
because of that, I think it's probably more dangerous to do early unlocks in prismatic, right? Because I don't know, what if like, you hit trait tree and you get some, you know, some emblems where it's like, oh, maybe I didn't want to actually make Sunfire, right? Um,
yeah,
yeah, or you hit like I don't know, like we saw like berry treasures. You might get like another component. You might hit a better item slam, right? Um,
yeah,
and then our point is, even if we didn't unlock Oriana, our opener of Oriana is not looking very good. Probably still play around the Briar anyway. Okay, so we get to here. Yeah, I'm down to flip. We stick together. I'd say so. Our opener is a normal 6 gold opener, but we have one extra component. I'd say upper mobility is just like okay in that kind of opener. It's extra good in gold openers, right? But we don't have that. Um,
right.
and I would say like based on what we have on our board, we are looking like to because you have Briar 2, we're probably looking to make melee items. So I think like one option here is you take comeback story, you purposely lost streak, and you play around you can play around Warwick, you get Levi, or you can play around Slayers, or I think it's fine to flip also if you don't want to do that, or things that's not reliable. I think buried is generically good. We only have one extra component. It's still a lot of good items, so you could take that also, especially if you don't like your slams. I personally don't like making Hodge that much, but it may make sense in our spot because we have a Briar. It's just like not one of the best melee items, you know. Um,
Right.
Yeah, but upward is okay. Let's play whatever level 8 comp. I would just say it's like not. Like I would think buried might be a little better here, and then you get like an econ augment later if you can.
I was considering buried. Um, is there ever a reason you just don't pick 9 lives here? Is it just because you're not strong enough? Like,
Uh,
is that why?
well, 9 lives is actually like I think 9 lives most you usually pick when you have a certain line in mind, because like do you know the 9 lives like loot table, like how it goes?
Uh, I'm not familiar with it.
Oh sure, I mean let's look at it because it actually tells you around how you're expected to play around 9 lives. So the first 4 drops is purely gold, right? So and then after that it starts giving you items. Um, so common play style of 9 lives is if you actually like lose a bit early, then you can econ up. Like last set, what people will do in 9 lives is they lose early, they get these free units, they econ up, and then they probably play some reroll comp. Because you only have 9 lives, right? You have to figure out when you can actually be strong and spike and win. And then so people will often like, lose a few rounds in stage 2, maybe all of them. Get all their gold up and be really rich, and then just do a big roll down. And then if they ever lost from there, then they get items which would make them even stronger, right? Um,
Right.
you don't necessarily have to play reroll, especially because there's not as many like super strong forcible rerolls right now. I guess it's mostly like Echo's okay, in my opinion. Or you got nerfed, and it's just okay. Xstall kind of requires you to have Xstall. So you could pick 9 lives, but it's kind of risky, and you kind of need to have a plan to spike. You have to definitely play the tempo of the lobby well, or else you might just randomly die too early, right? Um,
Right.
you are supposed to try to win out because you should have more resources than everyone else. The econ resources will definitely matter more early than later because you make econ breakpoints. Um, yeah, so I'd say picking 9 lives, you should have a particular plan in mind usually. Um, or, I mean, if you're really flexible, you can see what units come out and then play around that, but you do need to be careful around when you spike. I think Buried
Right.
Treasures is a above average good augment. Um, People would have it on their top tier augment sometimes because it gives you so much value in items, and you can pretty much like be set on items for the rest of the game. Upward will definitely help you get to your board, but I just think because it's not an exceptional spot, I wouldn't mind skipping upward to pick Buried here. And I think it's like it does a little bit go against what I talked about, where it's like, oh, if you're weak, which we are like kind of weak, then you should go for econ, But like when prismatics come along, then like you want to pick ones that are particularly relatively good, right, in value. So I think Buried Treasures is like relatively good in value usually. Um, well, upward is like not because we're not on gold opener. But anyway, so we pick upward, and then yeah, I think our two options here are pretty much. I mean, we're gonna play a melee line, we're gonna play Slayers, or we're gonna play Warwick. Um, Up to you which one you think is better. It also depends what items you get. But I would say if you're playing either of them, then because we have a weak opener, we probably don't want to slam Sunfire, and we probably want to focus on getting like Titans to play one of the melee lines. So I could see making the Hodge, but I would probably hold off on making the Sunfire unless you thought you could streak with it, which should be unlikely from here, right? And Sunfire is
Yeah.
usually like an early streak tempo item, but I think it's more important that you get your like Titans and stuff first if you're kind of play a melee line.
Okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay. Any other questions?
No,
Yeah.
I think that's
So
pretty straightforward.
yeah, I think the way this game
Build
plays
it
is
up.
probably make a
Mhm.
Hodge, get your Titans. If you don't get Titans, you probably get Cloak, and you make an even Shroud. Still wait to see if you can get Titans. If you natural more, you should hold the on units. So if you natural more of those, and especially if you find a Jinx, then you can play Warwick. If you don't, if you find more of the Slayers and the like Bruisers stuff like that, then you can play Slayers. But yeah. Cool. We can do one more. That should be enough for the session. How you found this? Good.
Yeah, this helps.
Cool. Okay, gold sub.
I wonder who
Half a
might
plate.
like to bargain for a little freedom.
Is Blades the one where they do a little bit more extra damage?
It's one where they can like double auto attack, and yeah, it does a little bit extra damage.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
People consider this the worst one. But yeah.
I find it surprising that that it still procs in Jin ult.
Oh yeah, that kind of made him really strong because he can kill things really fast.
Yeah. He just does more damage.
Yeah,
There is no drama.
and it's kind of it's a really RNG thing, which like I don't enjoy that much. But yeah. Anyway,
Anivia's and Sonas.
The
For now.
Freljord awakens.
I would play double Sona. Yeah. Yeah,
you're
double
always
Sona I think is
holding
fine.
all of them, so yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much.
Bow your head or lose it.
By pairs.
The Freljord awakens.
This pair?
Oh yeah. I don't really value Lulu as much. I don't know why.
No,
I think the Invoker is fine. I mean, yeah, you could. I mean, I think that's okay. Jin and Kiana for Lulu. I think that makes sense. But yeah.
That squirrel looks familiar.
It's not one. It's not two. It's not two. Oh. One or three. It's either it's either gold or prismatic. I would likely just pick three, just because I know we discussed it. With augmented power. Gold. That's fine. So extra gold on top of gold. I would put the Sedge just as a frontliner. I would sell to make money, so probably the Blitz and the Lulu.
So we lost. Yeah. And from here, what do you think you're playing?
Could be of Demacia line.
If I
Okay.
fall today, let
yeah.
your song
I
carry
would-
me home.
Yeah, I would just sit there and wait until I natural level. I don't think I would spend money just to keep my econ, and then I would throw in J4 and then replace swap Anivia for I don't know what's stronger. Is it just better to have defender over like yeah, I think that's fine. But when at 4, I think I would want to put the Demacia unless well, I don't know if the Demacia is better. I think
My
double
friends,
Invoker is better.
heed your training. The lance may falter,
Yeah,
but
double
you
Invoker is better.
must not.
Do you make anything?
I'd probably make the Sunfire. I would scout first if it's Sunfire, but yeah, Sunfire would probably be the item I'd make.
Alright. That one's pretty simple. Just a couple things probably to talk about. Okay, so everything here. Cool. No, not much unlocking to do. You could unlock Poppy if you wanted, but oh yeah, definitely could unlock Poppy and have Let's Pair. Yeah, I personally don't care much for the Lulu at all. I think you'd only really
Okay,
care about
yeah.
Lulu. Like I think the only situation right now where people are playing Yordles is if you have a Rod drop, and then you can play into Vigar if you had a Rod Augment, which is a very slim chance. So you'd probably rather hold Rod or things. Also, I think like if you don't have any other Yordles and you cannot activate for Yordle early, then you also don't really want to hold Lulu. So we don't have Teemo or Tristana or Rumble. Don't really need Lulu.
Yep.
You can always hold Kiana on the off chance you get Ixtal. You go around Ixtal. I think she's good to hold around. Yeah, I would probably just keep my bench like this. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so here I mean, I would very much want to take slightly magic hole because yeah, I talked about how it's just like it's just on average such high value. What do we get? Slightly magic hole. We got the pure gold,
We
right?
got gold.
10 gold. So we
Yeah,
got
we
two
got
more
pure
gold than
gold.
placebo, which is pretty good. In my opinion.
We actually
alright,
got more gold than that because of the gold
oh yeah, it's gold sub.
and counter.
Yeah, which is like not bad. Yeah, I think augment power is you want to do the risk, but I don't. I feel like this is just like on average probably better. So yeah.
Yeah, because it's what 36% chance that it'll be a gold and 61% chance that it'll be a prismatic.
Yeah.
So not super great odds.
Um. And yeah, you're here Lulu too. We're not really excited to play her. We're probably always just playing around the Mogres and Sedge, or like most likely.
Yep.
So I agree making 20 here.
Yeah, this is where I was questioning it a little bit
Yeah.
after this round, but
So in general,
what's better?
I
Yeah.
think usually playing 2 of the defensive trait is better than playing 2 of the offensive trait. Your board just lives a lot longer comparatively, and your person will do more damage that way. If you're just looking to kill units, you can just play these two. But um, I think like in terms of board strength and ability to win a fight, probably 2 defenders better.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I think the two. I mean, the main lines here is just playing Demacia, or you can think about Sona reroll if you want, but we don't really have the items for that. Um, so we can play towards Demacia. I think. For Demacia, I actually think how to make steadfast
For
because
Garen,
yeah, because usually
yeah.
you want to work towards like the preferred item setup in Demacia, right? Is your Garen has like his best items, I would say, are I mean this is damage reduction and healing. This is more damage reduction
Hmm.
because he already has a bunch of resist from Defender and the thingy. And then you
Yep.
just have like a Bramble or a Declaw. Pretty much those items
Just
that
for
like add extra effects or healing, right?
hmm.
Because you don't need resistances at all that much. Anyway,
Okay.
and then you usually like to have your Void Staff and Morello on the back line, um, and then your Garen kind of put on this person, and then your Garen kind of just like lives forever with the thing, right? I would say like the
Yeah.
difference between having Steadfast versus Sunfire is like pretty big, because it just kind of like Garen often teeters on the edge of living forever or not, right? So, um, I think it's fine in your situation to make the Steadfast and keep open a belt. This could become a Sunfire or it could become a Morello, and it's pretty flexible that way. And we're making a very premium item for the line, I would say. Um, I think like for in terms of gloves, like the other glove items that you could make is like JG, but I don't think Lux for rod items like actually kind of likes like Archangel to Gunblade more. I think, especially Gunblade, right? So that's something them up for like the item econ and also
Hmm.
yeah, pretty much that. So if you were playing like a different line, then I think you can make Sunfire. Like Sunfire is for lines where you don't really like uh, have a good applier, as well as lines where you don't really have like a super tank. So like good example is like Slayer line, right? You don't really have a good applier red buff if you wanted to. Like you don't really want to put it on Bell buff, right? Or a Bessa. You could
Yep.
put it on like Gangplank, but because we're like all melees and we don't really have like our Red Turtle is tanking for us, but it's not really like a super tank, then like he can hold Sunfire, right? Um, Same with like let's say like you probably build Sunfire more in like Ionia, because you're just the way like the items work out. It's Wukong. Like
Yeah.
Yunara really wants like those pure damage items. Like she doesn't really like red buff, and definitely doesn't like Morello, right? So you just end up with Sunfire on your Wukong, and it's kind of okay because like you run a bunch of these like alternative frontline units, um, while playing Ionia. So like you don't mind your Wukong not being like the super tank, and you're not like healing as much, right? But like Garen in
Yeah.
particular, like really likes those items that make him truly like live forever. Um, so yeah, that's how I think about in terms of the item eco.
Okay. That makes sense. Thank you
And
for
that
that.
and yeah, and I think this is like a very clearly Demacia leaning line, so that's why you'd be happy to make that now instead of Sunfire for tempo. Yeah. And also we have the Sona 2 upgrade, so like we can actually play around the healing and steadfast like interaction, right?
Right.
Um okay. Cool.
For here, would you just like really quick question for here? Would you just reroll like or not reroll, but would you just wait for a J4 2 and then move on with your life? As like just out of curiosity, rather than waiting for Sona pairs to show up or like rolling for Sonas.
Oh, like you're asking me if I should
Um,
roll, we should roll or not.
yeah, I mean like, should we? How do I say it? It's like, is my goal to Sona reroll or is it to Lux Demacia like like head towards like ignore trying to 3-star anything in terms of J4 and
Yeah,
Sona and
you
just
were
go with
saying
3 stars.
yeah. So like, should I barg roll here for Jarvan and Sona, or should I? Because I think you're playing Sona reroll. You roll for Bard so you can farm the one cost,
Yeah.
or should you play
Hmm.
the last line? Yeah, I think that's a good question. I think I mean you're from 2-1, so yeah, in 2-1 you probably don't level because you don't have pairs and you make 20. If you, especially if you win this round, I think you'd be inclined to level here. To be honest, like you level and you still make 20, which is good, right? And if you win, you just hold
Yeah.
Xin Zhao. If you lose, it's fine not to hold Xin Zhao because you can just unlock Poppy. Um, and and then we'd be on our way to a tempo Demacia spot that we'd be happy with, but we can 2-win, right? And I think this board is like strong enough to 2-win if you can make steadfast, and then you can also get like a pretty flexible belt item off the carousel, so it'd be good to that. So yeah, if we won the first round, I'd definitely level here and just play towards Demacia. Now let's say that we
Okay.
lost the first round. Um, I mean, we can scout. We can see how many people are playing around Sona. And I would still probably like I prefer not to, just because if we want to play around Sona, then we really want like our rods and tiers, um, which we're like far from, and
Mhm.
you'd be more inclined to keep losing to get your rods and tiers. But I think like
Mhm.
even if we lost the first round, we got this Sona too, we'd be strong enough to like win, right? We
Right.
can keep getting upgrades. Um, yeah, I mean it's really flexible. I think like you could go one way or the other. In my opinion, if you decide to start trying to play reroll, there's like um there's like the risk of like missing more when you didn't really have to reroll to win in the first place, right? So I usually lean towards like tempo, unless there's like if I got rerolls from the slightly magical, I definitely play on a reroll, right? Uh,
Right.
but because I got flat gold, I'd rather just kind of like build econ and then just like push levels because my board is strong enough to do that. And
Okay.
yeah, I think that's what I do. And also you don't have to just play Demacia. You can play into like the Freljord stuff also, depending on how the game goes. Like another thing
Okay.
that could happen off the carousel is you make steadfast and you get an open belt out of the carousel and you make warmogs. And then that means you can just unlock Volibear on level 8, and then you can also play some Freljord Invoker stuff with Volibear. So,
Yeah,
and
that
I
makes
think
sense.
I would also be like taking into account the galaxy, if there is a bunch of gold, and honestly I already have a bunch of gold, then it'd be actually more like accessible to play that line because you can probably get some level 9 easier than like in a normal game.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, I usually prefer towards the tempo line because it gives you more flexibility. Unless there's like a really good reason to play Sonar Reroll, which I would say because our Augment doesn't really push us to do that, I probably wouldn't.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you for that.
Any other questions?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Hope this was helpful, and I'll talk to you next time.
See you next time.